numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count.
Point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go!
Ready? 50, Mike, 50. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check. Fresno. Check 52. Check.
First carry for Darius Geis. And fights through one man. He'll have a first down past the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At their 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
You better be afraid of me. You go. 36.
On second down, here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Geis. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Geis, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run with Geis. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, we go, kill. 56, Mike, 56. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Geis. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he breaks, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
56.
Prescott from the gun. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Geis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On the ground, it's Geis. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40-yard line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys nothing.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll try and get it with Geis. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Darius Geis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got you. 50's the mark.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins off to Geis on the screen. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Don't get nervous. We ain't beginning to swear you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, alert 3.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Kill. 47.
Cowboys, 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Mike's 56. I'm here all day. 26.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
47. 50, swamps up. 56. Hey, here I come. Here I come. 26. Here I come. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take this one down near the 15. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On second down, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football into the Redskins. Haven't they do? So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
He may try, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch number 29. Single.
Play action. Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the edge. Undercrush. Switch.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the slant.
10th carry now for Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Single. Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Check 55 tonight. I got you.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go, 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds Coleman. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 37.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Prescott now. There goes a deep ball. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch, switch, switch. Check 9, check 9. Check 43. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a run with Geis. Into the secondary again. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Ready. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's coming, he's coming.
It's Geis on the counter, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Watch the shift.
On 2nd down now, Pollard, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, kill.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Cooper was the target there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looking long for his tight end Reed. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Let's go. Let's go. 56.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
He's checking.
On the handoff, it's Geis. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
You got tight right there. Out. Hey, check 20.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right. 50 to Mike. 50. I got you, son.
And they give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, Love. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's crashing.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
You got it. You got it.
And 6 yards to go.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 24. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. This one complete to Coleman. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Daniels. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Hey, wahoo! Yes. 55 is my guy, 55. Now.
2nd and 5. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's second down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Five.
Mike, 55.
Big Griffin.
To throw again, Daniels. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
so for the Redskins, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL